I'm going to show you how I make a kydex knife sheath. There's a little bit of prep involved in this. I like to put 3 layers of blue painter's tape on each side of the blades that I'm working on. And then I heat the kydex to 350 degrees. To save on equipment, I just have a setting for 350 degrees on my even heat treating kiln. The kydex presses you see me using are from my friend Oz over at the Wizard Forge. These are something he designed recently. What I'm doing in this clip is marking the eyelet spacing so that they're all 1/2 inch apart. And yes, that is a caliper that I'm whacking with a hammer. It's like a $12 Amazon one that's been broken for about 7 years, so don't freak out. I had 2 drill presses at one point in time, but one of them was like a Facebook Marketplace one, and it no longer functions. So what I've actually done is I'll just drill the holes in the vice grip and then chamfer the holes after that in the drill press. Now, I get all of my eyelets from holstersmith.com, and that's actually where I got my eyelet setter that I'm using here with my hammer. I bought that probably 12 years ago, and it's still going strong. I may buy an arbor press sometime in the future, but this one still works just fine. I'm just using the bandsaw here to trim off excess material. We're going to do a lot more fine tuning right now on the belt grinder. What I'm using is a 60 grit grinding belt at a bit of a slower speed, and once I get the shape down to exactly where I want it, I take my Dremel with a 400 grit sanding drum. These are like the cheap ones you can buy in a big pack on Amazon. I go around everything, including all of the edges, to soften all of it. I'm going to use the buffing wheel now to smooth all of those edges out so there are no grind lines, and it feels incredibly comfortable in your hand, your pocket, or on your belt. I don't want any hot spots on this sheath in any place. I forgot to film a little section here, but I use an air compressor to blow the chips out of the inside of the sheath, and then WD-40 and a toothbrush to clean the buffing compound off of it. Now for the final step on this knife, I use a heat gun to soften the opening, and then I'm going to reform it to flip that top section open so you can use just your thumb to pop the sheath off the knife. This also lets me readjust the tension to give it a good snap when you put it into the sheath. I have made super close to 1,000 of these sheaths this year alone, and actually I've made about 1,000 knives that go with those sheaths. Each one is form-fitted to each knife specifically. So when you buy one of my products, you're actually getting an incredibly unique and custom knife. So when you buy a Hodag, an Osprey, an Apparition, a Druid, a Jacobite, or a Blood Oath dagger for me, just know that there are no 2 identical blades that exist out there. It means the world to me that there's a community of people out there who are interested in buying these products that I get to make with my hands every day. With that being said, all of these knives that you see in the video and many more are going to be available on my website, lexrexcustomknives.com at 6 p.m. Central on Saturday, November 22nd. That's today. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody who's watched my videos, asked questions in the comments, purchased my products, or met me at a show. It means the world to me that I get to continue to do this every single day. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck.